I'm Jenny Cash here with Skip Bayless. Shannon out today, but we're looking forward to having him back on Monday.
Wait a second. It has come to this. Nobody dares to sit in that seat anymore and face me. So today I'm just going to have to debate myself. So this show will end in a tie because I can't beat myself, right?
Yeah.
Or
We
maybe,
don't want that,
maybe
no.
we could.
We can find
Maybe
someone,
we could
Skip.
find
I can't
somebody
have
out
to do
there.
the show alone. And
Somebody.
actually, we did make sure to find someone for
We
you.
did?
Chris Broussard. He's going to join us now.
Oh,
from
there he is.
New York.
You
Good
saved
morning,
us,
Chris.
Chris.
I answered the bell.
I
answered
finally.
the bell.
Way to go.
Thank you for joining us, Chris. We couldn't have this show go on without someone to debate. So, hey, let's start with the Lakers. LeBron said earlier this week that his playoff mode has been activated, and he showed it last night. The Lakers were down by 19 at one point, but were led back by the King. LeBron scored 29 points with 11 rebounds and 6 assists. The Lakers got a much-needed win and are now 2.5 games back of the 8th seed. Let's take a listen to LeBron after the win.
We got a fresh start for us, and it's the second half of the season. You know, the trade deadline is over with. This is our squad. I'm happy with who we got. I love our squad, and I look forward to seeing how we continue to battle for the rest of the season.
Chris, what grade would you give LeBron after last night's performance?
I don't see how you can give him anything other than an A, unless maybe you want to go A+, but I'll go A. I'm sure Skip's going to talk about a missed free throw here or there, but I'm giving LeBron an A. And here's why. Look, and Skip, I'll give you this. In the first half, I was saying, this doesn't look like playoff LeBron. It actually looked like he was unable to take over the game, and I was a little bit concerned. But obviously, he got it going in the second half. He scored all 16 of his second half points in the last 18 minutes after the Lakers had fallen down by 19 points. And I thought he was great down the stretch, Skip. When they go down 7 with about 7.5 minutes left in the game, he scores 8 points, has 2 assists to lead a 17-4 run that turns that 7-point deficit into a 6-point lead. And obviously the rest is history. At the end of the game, he penetrates, kicks it out to Reggie Bullock. That's what they got Reggie Bullock for. Yeah. They could have been doing this all season if they had put some other three-point shooters on the team. But Bullock is a very good three-point shooter, the best on the Lakers, and he drills it. And obviously they go on to win the game. Otherwise, I liked a lot of what I saw from LeBron. I thought defensively he was very engaged. He was active. We know he hasn't been the best defender this year, but last night I thought he answered the challenge. You saw the late charge that he took. That was nice. And also he was guarding Clint Capella. LeBron does not like guarding big men in the paint. And I'm not saying Clint Capella is Akeem Olajuwon, but he still guarded him. And a lot of times LeBron was actually in the center position because the Lakers went small a lot. So that kind of shows you as a teammate, this guy really meant what he said. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get us to the next level. Offensively, at times when he was off the ball, I thought he moved better than he usually does. He's not a great guy off the ball, but I thought he was moving a little more than usual. That was nice. And he was posting up. Now, there were times he posted where he had a smaller guy on him. I thought he could have been a little more aggressive in trying to score. But still, he was posting up, playing off the ball. Again, I think that just sent a message to the team that, look, this is what I'm talking about when I say activated, when I say let's make a playoff push. And I just think that's a good signal you send to your teammates. And finally, Skip, he empowered these guys. Remember to play late in the game. I think LeBron had just scored, and Ingram was coming down the court. Not really a fast break, maybe something like a secondary break. But he tells Ingram to go. Like, Ingram looked at him, should I give it to you? And he was like, go, go. Ingram drives, finishes with a layup. It may have been even a three-point play, but I thought LeBron, after what I thought wasn't a great start, and one that, again, I was like, he's having trouble taking over this game, I thought he came on strong down the stretch, and that's why I'm giving him an A.
I don't know, Chris. I guess I always say this to Jenny and Shannon. I think I'm going to have to get a new TV because mine must be on the fritz. I didn't see that game you saw last night. And in fact, after I watched LeBron's post-game quotes, I'm going to have to drop what was, I'll give him a B for the game, but with the post-game quotes, I'm going to have to drop it to a B- because he had the audacity to say publicly on live national TV on TNT, I'm happy with who we got. I love my squad. No, you can't say that. You didn't love your squad.
We couldn't get AD, so this is what I got.
You wanted to trade your whole squad for Anthony Davis. So you don't say that.
That was Magic and Pelinka.
Okay, that was their fault. I'm sure LeBron had a hand in that. I'm sure he had signed off on that because LeBron's agent, the Clutch Sports agent, Rich Paul was right in the middle of that because I'm about to talk a whole lot about Chris Paul. But back to LeBron. I was going to give him a B for the game because I'll give you this. We saw LeBron's rare attributes on display last night because he did play point guard most of the game. And I keep saying this. I'm going to give you this. LeBron James is still the best point guard in the NBA. When he handles the ball, I'm in my comfort zone watching him. I know he says he loves to be uncomfortable, but he is very comfortable orchestrating that offense. And I still think he has a lot of young, upcoming, very good talent. And I still can't believe the Pelicans didn't accept that trade offer because that would have put the Pelicans right back on the map. But we also saw LeBron take Clint Capella last night and play the 5. And I thought he outplayed Clint Capella in the paint last night because in truth, LeBron bullied Clint Capella because, remember, LeBron last night was 0 of 4 from 3. LeBron last night made only 2 shots outside the paint. LeBron made 9 baskets inside the paint, 9 two-point shots, a lot of them over Clint Capella. So he not only defended him, but I thought he just bullied him in the paint. That was LeBron at his best in those areas. But then for the whole game, he only had the 5th best team, and again, 29 points, 11 rebounds, had only 6 assists because they didn't shoot the ball in part very well from 3, 8 of 30 from 3. But the reason I can't go B+ or A- is because for the last 2:21 of the game, Chris Broussard, LeBron James didn't score a point. He did dish it to Bullock, who that was the dagger shot. So again, if LeBron had made the dagger, I might give him B+, A-, maybe even A.
He gets no credit for drawing the defense with the assist.
Okay, I'll give you that much, but how could you even start to consider an A+? I mean, A+ when he was 0 of 4 from 3 and had the 5th best plus-minus on his own team, that doesn't fly for me. But I will give him this, Mr. Broussard. He did step up to the line with 4:15 left and shocked me by making both free throws. Now, they weren't do-or-die free throws. They weren't gotta-make free throws. We weren't down inside 2 minutes, but we were inside 5 minutes. So 4:15 left. LeBron James actually made 2 free throws, and he made 7 of 10 for the game. And then he played bully ball with Capella. With 2:22 left, he drove the ball and shot that little, like, 4-foot sort of fadeaway off the glass. Is a big-time shot. I liked it. That was LeBron at his best doing what he does best. But, again, the dagger comes with 1:31 left when LeBron did draw the defense and dish to Reggie Bullock, who nailed it from the corner. But Chris Broussard, in the biggest picture of this night, I thought that it wasn't so much about how great LeBron was, it was how psychologically weak the Houston Rockets were. Because clearly they walked onto the floor last night thinking they were going to get beaten or robbed or jobbed by Scott Foster, the head referee of that crew, because they've had so many problems with him in the past. And I thought even up 19 that they were looking for calls, begging for calls that they weren't getting, and they just unraveled psychologically. It's why I don't love the Rockets. It's why I don't trust James Harden at the highest level. It's why I've seen Chris Paul just unravel psychologically again and again in the biggest moments. And last night, he just gave up with 33 seconds left and was just asking for technical fouls from Scott Foster and basically got himself thrown out of the game. So, again, it was more to me about how bad Houston was blowing a 19-point lead than how great LeBron was. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I still think LeBron was great with the A. I'll give him an A. I'm not going A+ like you said, but I'll go A. But you make some good points about the Rockets. And, look, I'll say this about the Rockets before I, get into their issues. I think Scott Foster is a fine official. I know the players voted him the worst in the league a few years ago or something like that. But anytime, Skip, your two stars, I mean, how often do you see a star foul out in the NBA? Almost never. And their two stars foul out. And the free throw discrepancy, I mean, the Lakers went to the line 33 times. The Rockets only go 15. That's 10 fewer than they usually go. I'm not saying the setup was in or anything like that, but I think those are the things that bothered the Rockets. And you may agree on this. One of Harden's foul calls, it was, I believe, at some point in the fourth quarter, he's dribbling up the court.
I got it.
And Rondo starts riding him, and they call Harden for the offensive foul. Rondo started holding his nose. He may have gotten hit, but I don't think Harden did anything like.
I'm with you. I don't know if we're seeing it right now. Yeah, we just saw it. It was with 6:03 left in the fourth quarter, and the Rockets were up 3 at that point, and that was the one phantom foul call, and that was called by Courtney Kirkland, not by Scott Foster. So let's be clear about who called that foul. But that was called offensive on James, and I didn't even see any contact there. So I will give the Rockets and you that one for sure. But then he has 2 more offensive fouls on charges later in the fourth quarter to foul out, number 5 and number 6. And those were charged. He just played out of control because I think they were playing out of control as a team.
Yeah, and look, the Rockets are having issues, Skip. I mean, I don't think the playoffs are in question. But since Chris Paul's been back, they are 4-5 in the games he's played.
Yep.